What have you been up to lately? I mean, what has been occupying your time, taking your attention? Is it work or family or some other duties that you signed up quite a while ago? I think it's valuable to every now and then stop and check our attitude towards those things that we have chosen ourselves probably, but quite a while ago. How do we feel about those today? Is it rewarding? Is there something unexpected that has started to be bugging you? Is there some unexpected pleasures, happiness bringing aspects in what you do or what you spend most of your time with? I think we easily fall into the tracks or rails that we follow and think that this is it, this is what I've chosen, this is where I need to be running, looking for what's available within these tracks. And many times we forget that there are often possibilities to change something, tune. Like even in the railroads, the trains are quite fixed on the tracks, but there are many tracks. Like there are these points of time where you can choose the next track, which might be going sideways for a long time, but it might be also diverted later on. That's also what I want to remind myself today, I guess. And this is part of the idea of the videos, like crystallize, think aloud. What are the lessons I've maybe learned recently or a while ago, and I want to remind myself and share them in a way that hopefully also wakes some useful thoughts in the viewers of the video. So many times, so many stories there are about people who kind of build their own prison, so to say, and I don't mean that you should like escape prison fully, or the house you have, or the job you have, or the family you have, but like realize the small tuning possibilities, like what small extra can you bring in your everyday life? Is it a little bit of time for yourself, waking up a bit earlier, or taking a walk outside, or sending a message to a friend you haven't seen in a while and connecting with them, or whatever it is. We often fall victims of the everyday life routines. So maybe today is a good day to stop and think, take a minute after the video and think like, okay, what am I missing if I tune into the heart and body, especially? So that can be helpful. You might have a list of to-do items like, yeah, if I had more time, I would be doing this and this and this. But that can also bring kind of a pressure when you get the weekend or a free day, then you start working on your list. But what if you try to forget the list for a moment and you just take a couple of deep breaths? And try to feel what comes up. Like for me, it comes up that my stomach is hungry and I should go for breakfast. So I think I'm gonna listen that signal soon. Maybe it's something like that for you. But then when I've eaten the breakfast, what comes next? So at least I've gotten a lot of benefit from adding to my everyday life these kind of small moments of checking with myself, checking with the body. Well, what is needed? Is it signaling that okay, now I'm overworking, my eyes are getting tired, maybe I shouldn't stare at the screen at 8 o'clock in the morning, 8 o'clock in the evening anymore. And then trying to take a break, see how that feels. So you can always tune back, but what if you make some deviations on your everyday life track, see how it feels. If it brings unwanted side effects, you can always tune back to your routines. You probably know them well. But it can be a great way to spice up the everyday life, trying something new, adding something that you're longing for. And it doesn't have to be something that takes a long time. So often we also come up with excuses that, yeah, if I had more time or money, I would do this. But what could you do that is completely free and doesn't take a long time, like a call to that friend or a message or a short walk outside?